Black holes are very mysterious. I mean, what exactly are they? Are they even holes? To understand black holes, you first have to understand density. Now, these two spheres are the same size, but one has much more matter and weighs a lot more. That's density. The more marbles, the denser it is. Now imagine I squeeze Earth into this sphere. The sphere would weigh as much as the Earth in this tiny little space. But a black hole's density makes that look like a joke. It would be similar to if a giant star were squeezed into this tiny little space. And if you're not impressed with that, you should know that 1 million Earths could fit inside of our sun, and it's considered a smaller star. So black holes are the densest objects in the known universe. Even a spoonful would weigh as much as a planet. But there's something else that marbles, Earth, and black holes all have: gravity. Yes, marbles have gravity just like all objects in the universe. It's a cute, tiny little amount of gravity and would never bring you down like Earth's, but it's there. And the more matter an object has, the more gravity it has. So black holes are like infinitely dense, have unbelievable amounts of matter, and the craziest gravity in the universe. Here's how crazy. To leave behind an object's gravity, you need speed. Like a rocket leaving Earth, it needs to reach escape velocity, a speed of 25,000 miles per hour. That same rocket leaving the more massive sun needs a speed of 1.3 million miles per hour. Now, black holes, so massive and with so much gravity, not even the fastest thing in the universe can escape it. Light, which travels at 700 million miles per hour. The black hole just says, nope, get back here, which is why they are nearly impossible to see. They're black in the black of space, because in order to see something, the light from that object needs to actually go into your eyes. But it doesn't. It's trapped by gravity, the very same gravity that caused it to form in the first place. So stars give off energy by undergoing nuclear fusion in their core. Here, atoms collide, they create bigger atoms, and the process gives off heat and light energy, which pushes out with a lot of force. At that same time, the star's own gravity is pushing in, trying to crush itself. Now, these two opposing forces, when balanced, are in what's called equilibrium, and everything is cool and stable. But what happens when a really big star runs out of fuel to power the fusion in its core? The forces become unbalanced and gravity wins. The outer layers of gas explode in a supernova, and the star collapses on itself, becoming a black hole. And a fun fact, there are actually a few types of black holes. Some are formed from stars, but others, called supermassive black holes, hang out in the center of galaxies. Cool or terrifying? Yes. And all this makes me wonder, are black holes even holes? Well, no, they're objects, actual physical solid objects. In 1783, a guy named John Mitchell first theorized that they might exist, and he called them dark stars, which might even be a better name. What would you call it? So how do we even know that black holes exist? If black holes are black in outer space, which is also black, how do we know they're there? Well, in the 1970s, scientists saw a massive blue star orbiting an empty spot in space, meaning something had to be there with a tremendous amount of gravity. That was confirmation that black holes were real, 200 years after John Mitchell. Plus, they burp X-rays. That's always a dead giveaway. And finally, in 2019, we got this image, the first direct visual proof. Sure, it's blurry, but it's a massive scientific achievement nonetheless. So now there's no question that black holes exist, but there's still so much more to learn about them. So here are a few more interesting things that we know about black holes. First, there are probably millions of black holes roaming the Milky Way galaxy right now, but the galaxy is so huge that we will never see or come near any of them. Second, you have to actually get pretty close to a black hole to get pulled in, so there aren't really anything to fear. Gravity gets weak really fast as you go away from an object. It's called the inverse square law if you want to know more about that. And there is a border surrounding a black hole called an event horizon. If you get in between the black hole and the event horizon, there is no escaping the black hole. You'll stretch out into something like a spaghetti noodle. And that's because the gravity of a black hole is stronger at your feet than it is at your head as you fall in, pulling your feet faster. So even though your whole body is going in, you're stretching out as you do it, which would totally be not cool. It's the same concept that causes tides on Earth. So to sum it up, black holes are actual, physical, solid, small objects. They are so dense with so much matter that their gravity is inescapable even to light, the fastest thing in the universe. This makes them black in the blackness of outer space and very mysterious. But scientists have thought they existed for a very long time and now have confirmed it with indirect evidence of stars orbiting seemingly empty spots in space, and now with direct evidence of a photograph taken in 2019. So black holes are weird, fascinating, and a little bit spooky, but they also show us just how wild and powerful the universe is. So hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't fall into any singularities. And until next time, stay curious.